They then asked to take all our, they'd already taken phones and GPSs off us. They then took all our laptops and the boat laptops and any other equipment off, and a lot of that went off the boat and to the island in a boat. Later on that evening, they then said that I think it was one of the generals or someone was coming, came in a helicopter, flew over us in the helicopter to look at the boat, landed, and about an hour later he was out on board with an interpreter. They questioned us again. We explained we were only sailing. All our papers were there. We had no intention of, we didn't deliberately want to come close to their island. And at that point, we signed a couple of things to say that they'd returned all our equipment, our passports and papers. They returned it all. We shook hands, and they stepped off and waved us off. There was not a lot of wind at that point. We were trying to sail away. We'd lost our propeller, which was part of the issue. So we were just trying to sail away from the island as quickly as possible, but not going very far. They then hung around, asked us to stop, drop the sails again, said that there may just be a couple of hour delay. They had a problem. Took us back towards closer into the island, and then eventually asked us to anchor. Came back that night and said that they didn't want us leaving overnight for our own safety, but could they also have all our papers, documents, laptops, phones, everything back again. We were hoping that that would be it, then we could leave in the morning. In the morning they came and said we had to take the boat into the dock, blindfolded, into a room. Once we were in the room, take your blindfolds off. It was, you know, it was a perfectly reasonable room. I think it was possibly one of their mess quarters, and we had showers and everything else.
I think it's important to reiterate here that the guys were treated very, very well.
Yeah.
During that time. I'm sure these are procedural things that get done when they're there. This is something that they've all put on weight, which many of their partners and wives are not too happy about. But they've been treated very, very well. And there is a little bit of damage to the boat, but that's no fault of anyone's. It was just the situation of probably people not knowing what was going on, you know, with regards to what style of boat it was, and things like this is very new to them.